Let's roll. Language meme review. What is up, everybody? This is Tommy from polyglot.com, Tommy's home for language geeks, and today we are going to be looking at some of the finest language memes that the internet has to offer. Or maybe some of the lowest quality memes. That's kind of what we're here to determine. There are many wonderful language memes out there pertaining to languages, language learning, and the polyglot lifestyle, so I figured why not make a video in which we actually explore some of those memes and figure out which ones are top tier, really worth our time and attention, the magnum opus of the language geek internet, if you will. So without any further ado, let's look at some memes. The American Revolutionary War. No taxation without representation. Yay, the British are gone. Let's remove the U from a bunch of words. A little bit of history behind this. This actually wasn't any sort of act of defiance against the British and wasn't a mark of illiteracy among the Americans. It was just more expensive to print if you had more letters, and so we started getting rid of unnecessary letters. And yet somehow we still spell thorough the way that we do. But not all of us actually subscribe to the typical American spelling of things. I, for example, still spell color, honor, valor, words like that with the U. It just makes a little more sense phonetically in my head. And there are some people who will react to that like, hey, you're an American. You should spell it the American way, but I don't care. Do things the way that you think they should be done. Don't care about what other people think. It's the way to live life. Moving on. Total beginner, intermediate speaker, fluent speaker, native speaker. White guy speaks perfect Chinese and blows the shit out of natives. Okay, we've all seen these videos on YouTube. Like, if you are at all somebody who enjoys language-related videos, which clearly you are, you're here, you've undoubtedly seen those videos of white guy speaks perfect Chinese in mall cafeteria, blows minds of employees. And to be fair, this is an actual thing that happens, particularly living in America. Being a white guy in America, people don't really expect you to speak any language other than English. They have this sort of like pre-assigned list of languages you might speak, mainly English, maybe Russian, French, something like that. But when you do anything outside of that, it just blows people's minds. This isn't true for all countries, obviously. Like if you live in the Netherlands, you're kind of expected to already speak several languages just for daily life. But in the United States and parts of Canada, if you speak more than one language as a random white guy, people go insane. That being said, I can't stand these titles. Like, they always bug me. It always seems like a little bit insulting and pedantic to the other people. Like, yeah, they're surprised, but it's like, blows their tiny little minds that this white guy can speak their language. It's weird. It's just, I don't know. Not the tone I would go for. And I'm not saying I will never make these videos. I'm not going to like limit myself in that way, but I will try to come up with a better title for them. All right, what do we got next? Japanese government. I'm going to create 2 brand new alphabets. Japanese kids. To replace kanji, right? To replace kanji, right? Okay, so for those of you who don't understand this is actually really funny. A long time ago, Japan adopted the Chinese ideograph writing system, and they used a lot of those characters to write their books, poems, stories, whatever it is they wanted to write. But it was like a little bit complicated to learn. Ideographs, logographs, they're very difficult to learn. You have to learn to recognize each word like you would recognize a face. And so around 800 AD, they came up with 2 syllabary alphabets that are still in use today, hiragana and katakana. And so you'd think, oh, they finally have a phonetic writing system. They can finally get rid of that ideograph that's so confusing. But they didn't. They just used all 3 in this weird little conglomeration. I will add one more level to this meme, however, that as a Japanese learner, when you are first learning how to write in Japanese, you typically learn hiragana first. And once you memorized all 46 basic characters and all the diacritics, totaling, I believe, 71 whole characters in the syllabary, you're like, finally, I know how to spell Japanese stuff. But oh no, there's a second one. There's a second syllabary, which is just different enough that you can't understand it always. And so that's my main question. I get the idea of keeping the ideograph from the Chinese and everything. That's something that you're used to. That's part of your culture, sort of ingrained in the way of life by that point. Why make several syllabaries? Moving on. If you don't think it's funny that stepdad in Swedish is bonus papa, then get out. Wait, holy heaven, is it? Google Translate. Svenska stepdad. Maybe it's a colloquialism. I don't know. However, whether it is or is not the way in which Swedish people say stepdad, it should be the way that we say stepdad in every language across the board. We have to make languages evolve, people. So whether or not this is factually accurate, I dig it, and we're going to leave it at that. Boy, it is hot in here. Better. That actually does help a lot. Okay, moving on. Oh gosh, we're moving into French. Okay, pardon my undoubtedly terrible pronunciation. J'ai acheté du poison pour mon ami. J'ai acheté du poison pour mon ami. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's a big difference between poison and fish. That is probably the most that the letter S has ever mattered in French. Looking at you, French plurals. And for those of you who might not understand this, poison with only one S, it means poison, as you might imagine. Whereas poisson with two S's means fish. Wait, why are you getting a fish for your friend? Who gets a fish for their friend? French people, is this a thing you do in French? And it's like, oh, thanks for having me over. Here's a fish. Congratulations on your baby. Have a fish. So sorry for your loss. Poisson. French people, is this a thing you do? Let me know in the comments below. I'm very curious. My brain deciding what vocabulary to retain in a new language. Kitchen. Atomic bomb. I could recite tongue twisters in German long before I could have a conversation in German, and I still remember those to this day. Der dicke Dachdecker deckte das dicke Dach. Dann trug der dicke Dachdecker die dicke Dame durch den dicken Dreck. Dann dankte die dicke Dame dem dicke Dachdecker, dass der dicke Dachdecker die dicke Dame durch den dicken Dreck trug. Boom! I think I got that all right. If I missed an article or something, I don't even care. Don't correct me. But seriously, it does seem like our minds either will only remember conversational words that can't get into any deeper detail, or that they'll only remember more dynamic words that we can never get into conversation. Case in point, A-bomb. Oh, this one's spicy. KKK. In Brazil. In America. Yeah, when I first got into language learning and started meeting a bunch of people who spoke other languages, I was a little sketched out by some of the Brazilian people online who kept laughing, turns out. Very confusing time. I'm sure a lot of people have been confused, same as I. We're just going to move on. All right, good old German memes. Sprecht ihr beide Deutsch? Deutschland. Nein. Die Schweiz. Ja. In English, do you both speak German? Germany. No. Switzerland. Yes. Yeah, Swiss German. What a different animal that is. For those of you who are learning German for the first time, you sweet, innocent people, Hochdeutsch, the dialect that you are undoubtedly learning, is a very valuable tool in the German-speaking world. But sweet heaven, is it nothing like so many of the dialects of German. For my German enthusiasts out there, which is worse, Swiss German or Schwäbisch? I really want to know what you guys think of that. Moving on. Pronouncing every letter in a word. France. We don't do that here. Okay, hot take real quick. I get as frustrated with the French language as the next guy. However, the French spelling system is way less complicated than the English spelling system. And so though I have made memes like this several times and will probably do so again, in all honesty, in all candor, I do have to admit, as an English speaker, I have no room to talk. Are you okay? Oh gosh, how am I going to read this clearly? We're just gonna go for it. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Union Jack. Nothing like a good language evolution meme, or language devolution in this case. I'm not here to judge, but actually, that's exactly what I'm here to do. That's the entire point of this video. Let's judge. Okay, I gotta give it to this one. This actually is a top tier meme. But here's an interesting epiphany I just had as I was reading it. Union Jack. If you take out all the middle letters, it still means the same thing. Think about it. Stonks. Oh gosh, another French meme. We have a lot of French memes here. French letters and their pronunciation. Normal pronunciation. Silent. A combination of letters that sound like none of them are involved. Okay, again, I know that the French language is such an easy target for things like this, but at the same time, it is laughable how many English memes are criticizing French spelling. I mean, have you ever seen words like thorough, height, schedule, baloney, Worcestershire? I don't think that English has that much room to claim any sort of superiority here. In fact, let me know in the comments below what the worst spelled English word is, because I'm pretty sure we can beat out French here. All this being said, just come here for a second. I would just like to say, full disclosure, that I will 100% keep making memes like this, but I'm here to judge and complain, so I just gotta do what I'm here to do in the video. And I want to make that clear, because I don't want to see you guys making any videos about my hypocrisy with the Curb Your Enthusiasm music behind me. So do we have an understanding? Thank you. Me, a non-native speaker proudly watching TV without having to use subtitles. British accent. Okay, let me set your mind at ease a little bit. If you are learning or speak English as a second language and you are frustrated with yourself because you can't understand all the different anglophonic accents, I think it's really important for you to understand something. Neither can we. Seriously, there are some accents that I, as an American, can't understand easily. There's some accents that British people can't understand easily. There are just a lot of different, very complicated accents when it comes to the English language, as there are in a lot of languages, so don't be too hard on yourself. Ah, speaking of which, when you overhear an unknown, strange foreign language, initial confusion. Then realize they are speaking English with a Scottish accent. Further confusion. See, that's the problem with being American, British, Australian, etc. You can't talk right. By the way, Scots, beautiful language. I love that language so much. Italian lawyers be like, I object. Yeah, I'm not even going to explain this one. Just look up the Italian word for lawyer. Der Nutella. No. Das Nutella. No. Dinotella. Perfect. That is quality. I think this is the perfect meme. I think we need to leave it there. Memes are done. We're not making memes anymore. We have peaked in our career and we are retiring. Dinotella. Oh, that is just I love the internet. Okay, I think we're gonna stop there. I think that is like the perfect breaking point. I just love that meme. But thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. That lets YouTube know that you actually liked watching me, and maybe other people would as well. No, seriously, please do that. That'd be great. And if you have any memes that you'd like me to react to, feel free to send them to me at the Polyglot and Facebook page. Link is in the description below. And also, we actually have merchandise now. It's like we're a real operation. Right now, we have 3 products to start with. We have one shirt that says, I'm a polyglot. That means I can ignore you in several languages. Don't mean to brag, but it's true. As well as one that says, if you hear me speaking another language, don't worry, I'm not talking about you. I'm 100% talking about you. And of course, my personal favorite, if I can't find the right word, is because I'm multilingual, not because I'm stupid. So if you guys like those shirts or think you know anyone who would like those shirts and would like to support the channel, I would very much appreciate your business. Thank you very much. And also, in complete fairness to French, which you will not hear me say often, I think it's only fitting that we do a language meme review entirely ragging on the English language. So if you have any good memes criticizing the English language, its spelling, its grammar, anything at all, send them my way. Let's do a proper roast of English. I feel like it's overdue. In the meantime, this is Tommy from polyglottin.com, Tommy's Home for Language Geeks, signing off. Max gut. Tschüss, everybody. What is up, everybody? This is Tommy from Tommy's Home for Language Geeks. Geeks? What the heck is a Greek? It's like if Jar Jar Binks was trying to say Greeks. Greek. We are all Greeks.